Hello, my lovely air signs. I'm talking to you, Aquarius. You know, everybody else can clear out the way because y'all know I have a sick obsession with Aquariuses. Any so I just thought I would get that off my chest first and foremost. But moving forward, no, clearly, welcome in here, Aquarius. Welcome in here, Libras. Welcome in here, my Geminis. I am doing your general reading for the month of March. Before I get started, I'm pulling the gemstones that's kind of going to give us an insight and overall influences for the energies you will be facing for the month of March. I do want to remind you all that I will be going live on March 2nd at 7 o'clock. We will be doing the I will be doing a reading on the curse of the crown of the cat skills. It'll be just kind of like looking into whether it's really cursed, why was the curse there, if it is one, and if it isn't, why do people believe it's cursed? Is it just like I don't know, what they call it? Is it all just coincidence, for the strange happenings that is going on with the crown of the cat skills. So with that, I'm going to pull a card for each of my air signs, and then we're going to get into each individual reading. So yes, I'm using playing cards to get your overall energies for the month of March. Let's see here. Okay, sorry. I went to grab the card and started dropping them. So you have the BlueHowlite. So Aquarius, you're the first one that comes up in reverse here. You have BlueHowlite, which speaks to awareness, confidence, and calmness. Why are you not feeling confident or aware in what was that? Calm. What's up, Aquarius? Actually, Aquarius, I'm going to put you down here at the end. I shouldn't have been reading for you first. I should have did it for the Geminis, but I told y'all I have a sick obsession when it comes to Aquarius, so that's why this is already starting off bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, Geminis, you have the tiger's eye. Didn't somebody else have the tiger's eye? Didn't somebody else have the tiger's eye, or was I tripping? I don't think anybody else did, right? Anyways, you have building courage, attracting wealth. Geminis here. Okay, and then we need to get in for the Libras. BlueBeryl, you have creativity, energy, and calmness. Libras. Okay. So Geminis, this looks like March is going to be pretty tough for you because you have the Five of Spades. The Five of Spades, usually the Spades cards, when you're playing with playing cards, usually speaks to all of the opposites of pretty much like you could say the hearts. So typically the Five of Hearts would speak to something like, um, kind of like community, togetherness, maybe, uh, kind of like gearing up to move forward. This is saying stagnant, maybe not in community with others, feeling alone, feeling isolated. Also, think of kind of like the Five of Swords, if you want to speak in tarot, which deals with also think of the Five of Swords, which usually deals with things of like I guess I want to say kind of like gossip or deceit, having a compromise, an unfavorable compromise, feeling at, feelings of unrest, injustice. Think of think of that for when you think of like the Five of Swords. Um, So then going into the Libras, you do have the two of diamonds. Think of that as the two of disc or two of coins. If you were doing tarot, this also speaks to collaboration. This deals with others. This could deal with things of like, again, that reciprocity of give and take. The two of coins also deals with, I always think of like balance, with some things that you need to balance or that's imbalanced in your life that you need to balance out. And then lastly, for the Aquarius, you have the nine of diamonds. So also think of that as the nine of discs. The nine of discs usually deals with kind of like, I'm about to say nine of cups, which deals with wish fulfillment, and that's not it. Wrong suits, people. Um, no, I am right, right? Okay, I need to tap back into my intuition. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. So yes, the so Aquarius, you do have the nine of diamonds, which makes you think of it as the nine of disc of coins when you do tarot. So that speaks to like independence, being on your own, stepping out, of oneness. Yeah, did I say independence? Calling you to be independent. But you have in you're the first sign that have yours in reverse, which is so weird. Awareness, confidence, and calmness. So you're not feeling like you can step out on your own for whatever reason. You are feeling unsure. So yeah, that's the overall energies I'm getting for you for the month of March. Just kind of just get if you want to do like a brief overlook of it. But now we're gonna dive even deeper, starting with, you guessed it, the Geminis, the Jimmy Jims. And we're gonna look deeper into what you all are dealing with, the energies you will be facing for the month of March. Geminis. Okay, so I feel like this definitely wants to come up because it turned to the side here. So Geminis, again, you knew yours was going to be harsh. You're starting off with the Three of Swords in reverse, so it's time to move on for some kind of heartbreak. You're letting that heartbreak control you and dictate your emotions, whatever this heartbreak is caused from. I can tell you that right now. This, whatever this betrayal is, I think you're letting it color and dictate how you move with people. And we get, okay, and what is this one? We have, again, another swords here. We have the Four of Swords. It, Four of Swords speak to entrapment for me. This speaks to entrapment. This speaks to being stagnant. This speaks to being stuck, being immovable, not being grounded. And then you have, okay, now we ain't getting all them cards now. Okay, I guess they said you gonna take all these cards because I said so. So, Nine of Cups, Six of Cups. Let's do this down. You have Three of Coins. Sorry. You have Three of Coins. You have the Eight of Wands. And then you also have the Page of Wands. So, again, this is just like re-solidifying what I was saying. You are letting, this is kind of reads back to, oh God, who was that? Was that the Leos? This kind of reads back to the Leos and Sagittarius reads, and you may want to check that one out if this makes sense for you, if you were called to. If you kind of felt like an inkling, like, oh, I probably should watch the fire signs video, but you wasn't sure. I'm telling you now, check the Leos and the Sagittarius reading. For me, this speaks to some kind of betrayal, some kind of some entanglement, some entrapment that occurred due to a specific individual or maybe a situation, a choice, or something that you made. And now that you've kind of made that choice with being with this person or doing or dealing with them, I think this may be somebody that you have had a long time relationship with, because you have the Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups usually speaks to like memory, past, um, uh, yeah, childhood memories and things like that. And then you also have the Nine of Cups here. And this particular story deals with someone who overcame great obstacles in order to be with this his lover, despite all of the bull crap that he had to do to get there. And so with me, this is kind of reads like, you sacrificed it all. Even with this Three of Swords, 'cause I think this also dealt with a lover. The devil, remember the devil, in traditional tarot, he has the lovers in his realm, kind of like playing with them, have them trapped. So to me, this kind of speaks to, if this isn't some kind of like codependent relationship or something like that that you're dealing with, Geminis, this is dealing with some kind of heartache or heartbreak that you have for somebody that you express great love for, or you have great love for, and you have not had things work out the way that you wanted to with them. This could be, again, this would have to be a love, a loved one, in the sense of like somebody you had a romantic relationship with. This could be a parent, for example. This could be a friend. This could be a coworker, someone you have had great love with, and you haven't kind of seen that energy, that payoff being reciprocated back to you. And so now you're kind of like, um having that heartache, that bitterness from that relationship taints color and dictate how you move with everyone else now. Or you're letting it like destroy the potential friendship that could have, like, I would say friendship for a lack of a better word, or kind of like, no, harmony. You're letting it ruin the harmony that could be if you were to just be mature and grown about the situation and have that conversation, or to move forward or do the healing work and process on your own, because it is not on the onus of the person who broke your heart. Like, to be honest, it's not their responsibility um to kind of like handle and help you work through your emotions. That's on you. So yeah, Geminis, I think you need to get out your own freaking head. I think you need to stop kind of like spiraling the toilet right now and thinking about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and if I had did this things, the what ifs, the whataboutisms. I think you need to just let all that go. And I think it's time for you to actually do the real work and being like, okay, I need to change the way that I let this situation um I'm keep letting this situation dictate everything, and I need to stop doing that, essentially. So what do we see here? You got the Mountain. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna probably have to get the book on this, but this definitely looks like some rest and respite. It feels like reset, like a soft reset. Also, when I see the mountains, because and it says the mountains, typically this makes me think of in the Lenormand decks. The mountains typically speak to a large hurdle or obstacle that you have to overcome. And notice how the waters are running over the mountains. To me, this is saying like, let your emotions flow. Like, that's the hurdle that you are having to get over. Like, though you went through those bumps, those tribulations, those trials, that heartache, that hurt, that pain, that betrayal, the all of that ugliness for a reason. Like, the other person, the other party was not the only one to blame. They weren't the only ones at fault. You are too. You need to look at this fairly and with a different and in a different light. And you need to let your emotions flow. You need to let them go, carry you over this hurdle, not lean into it to so much to where you start you letting, again, that bitterness, that anger control all your actions. But maybe you need to find a healthier release, essentially, is what I'm getting for the Mountain. Again, release. You got the Thunderstorm. So the thunderstorm has been coming up in a lot of piles lately for the last few of you all that I'm reading. Um, I have a lot of emotionally blocked people right now for the month of March, and or I would say emotionally stifled. That was way too many cards. Let's see, can I get one more clarifying card for the Geminis for the month of March? Oh, wait, something did flip over. That's why I was telling me to look down. Spirit of the South, again, that deal with our passions, our integrity. Um, I always like to think of like cardinal pleasure. So, um, you know, whether it's sex, the enjoyment of food, whether it's you know, finding our love. Is it, you know, what's the battery behind our drive? What makes us us? What makes us move? What makes us want to get up in the morning? Those kind of things. And so to me, it's kind of reiterating that do not have a passion for life. You're like lacking the passion for life right now because again, you're letting that shit from the heartbreak, that hurt from that coupling, that relationship color how you move forward. And let's see here. Can we get, why is this Spirit of the South in reverse for the Geminis? Okay, yeah, you definitely want to come out. It's not funny. Okay, not. You have unsuccessful plans. Something that, oop, let me hold it here. Sorry. Not unsuccessful plans. Something that you wanted that ain't going that way. That's why you got the Spirit of the South right here. This, what is this one? Flowers, happiness. Find your happiness. Go to your happy place. What are you doing? Did all of these flip over too? So I'm going to read these. So, something with your career. Didn't I speak to your carnal pleasures? Temporary situation. You're here for a temporary thing, not for a long time. Hard work ahead. These are all your clarifying cards. Don't let this shit bleed over into your work. Don't let this color. If it is something that you are feeling hurt about from work, maybe it's time to move on. It's time to undo it. Don't be tethered to it. Maybe you worked with this person. I don't know. I don't know your lie. Okay, I'm just reading what the cards tell me and what the people upstairs say. Okay, you did have to flip over here for your guide. Oh, one. Funny, you got the Virgos. Methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, insightful, healthy, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, accurate, solitary, curatorial, critical, nervous, perfectionist. But you got all of that in reverse. So think of, have any of you ever met a negative Virgo? Have any of you met a low vibe Virgo? That's what you're embodying right now, and you need to let that go. The neurotic behavior. I say a lot of low vibe Virgos, at least my experience, a lot of low vibe Virgos tend to be quite neurotic, very controlling, um, very negative, and that's what you're embodying right now, Gemini. You also have seventh house relating. So this is dealing with some kind of partnership, some coupling, some relationships, some kind of harmony, some kind of companionship, something. Again, this speaks to heartache, some kind of heartbreak. I don't know. Again, this relationship could be a parent, it could be a loved one, it could be a co-worker, a friend, whatever the case may be. Can we get one more advice card for Gemini for the month of March? Get one more. Get one more advice card, a guiding card for the Gemini for the month of March. Well, they decided to give you all two. First house, self, physical body, outlook, self image, life, philosophy, consciousness, opinions, awakening, self awareness, arrival, expression, gateway, entry point. When I think of first house, I also think of Aries as well. I think of like, um, I don't know if anybody else have heard this, or maybe you have experienced it, you have witnessed it. But typically, us Aries people can say that we come off selfish. We kind of embody almost kind of like the attitude of Leos, where we feel like we're self centered. So in my opinion, with this being upright, is saying like maybe you need to embody that. You need to think of self. You need to be self centered. You need to um kind of like, you lack self awareness. You are not I want to say tapped in, but you are not aware of how your actions and how those repercussions can affect other people, though how it has like a ripple effect essentially. And then you also have the Numinous. Now I don't know if any of you ever seen the Numinous deck, but usually the Numinous deals with those dark parts of ourselves we usually try to hide from people, that we usually don't like to bring to light, we don't like to bring forth. It's those parts of us that even are unknown to ourselves, it's unknown to others. It's a, it's that part of the universe that is unknown that we do not see. And so Numinous, it deals with mystery. It says the unknown, the unknowable, ESP, psychic abilities, the cosmos, universal truth, oneness, source, the unnameable, shadow work. I'm gonna say that again for you, Gemini's. Shadow work, inner knowing, tingling, ghosts, other world, space, enigmas, the occult, and intuition. So I think you pretty much know that what you're doing. To me, it's just kind of like a confirmation thing. Maybe it's confirmation bias, but to me, it just reads to like, you know what the freak you're doing. I think you know that hurt people, and you're one of the hurt people hurting people, and you just kind of, you want the hurt to be reflected at you, because you're like, how, why am I the only one that's hurt? Everybody else need to hurt too. Like, I don't like that I'm the only one that's having to deal with it. I don't like the feeling that it seems like I'm the only one struggling with it. Um, but you can't just go around doing that on other people. That's probably why you have the building courage, the tiger's eye. You do have a lot of intuitive cards here as well. So again, because even the Virgos deal with kind of like that magic. It deals with the occult. It deals with the otherworldly kind of things as well. Um, so yeah, I think it's like, I think you're well aware, but you're trying to play stupid right now. And I know y'all, you Geminis, okay? Y'all gonna want to say it's the, you gonna want to blame it on the bipolarness that usually come with y'all. And I don't mean it in like what they call it. I don't mean bipolar in like a negative way, or in like a, like trying to say it as like a slur or anything like that. But you typically like, because you do balance. You do have that two-sidedness for you. It speaks to like kind of like, you have that switch where you can flip it on or off, if you're gonna be dark Gemini or if you're gonna be light Gemini today. And right now you are kind of going into dark Gemini. You dark Kermit right now. Do it. I said say it. You dark hermit with the hood on. Take that dang hood off. And so, with that being said, dark hermits, my Geminis, I am going to move on to the Libras for their general reading. I really hope you kind of get out of this heartbreak, out of this head space that you're in, of just kind of like, you've been cut, and so you're bleeding on everybody, and you cutting everybody else in the process. Like you're like a zombie right now, essentially. Like you've been affected, and you want to affect everybody else with you. Like, don't do that. Be chill. So with that, my dark hermits, my zombies, I'm gonna move forward to the Libras, and I'm gonna do their reading for the month of March. If you feel called to do so, follow me on over, and we're gonna get started on Libras. Hey Libras, hey Libras, hey Libras. I don't know why. I felt like I had to dance and sing and do my little thing. I don't know, but we gonna ride it. We gonna rock with this energy. So Libras, we about to get started. And what's your little energy, your little friend for the month of March, okay? Because you do have the BlueBeryl, you do have creativity, energy, calmness. Maybe that's why I'm vibing right now. This feels nice after all the chaos of the other decks, of the other piles, the other zodiac signs I pulled for. Y'all coming in with the calmness, the partying makes about right. Always the peacekeepers. Overall energies. Libras. Okay, and I got all three of your cards here. Just like that. I will say the underlying energy, Knight of Swords. Hmm. Creative energy, calmness. Creative energy, calmness. That's what the BlueBeryl says. What are you working on? What are you trying to, why are you trying to take a shortcut? Who are you why are you stealing from Peter to pay Paul kind of thing? Um and then you also have the Ten of Coins here. Ten of Coins here and the Ten of Cups essentially reads the same to me. It's all about kind of like your legacy is family, is dealing with wholeness, happiness, passing things on. And the only difference to me with the Ten of Coins, especially in this deck, it kind of reads to like not just your bloodline, your blood relations, but what is that tribe, that adoptive family, that makeshift family, that created family bonds that you have. So that could be your friends, that could be co-workers you brought in along the way. That can be the blood relations that you have kept with people, and those blood relations that you have removed. Um, it's those that you have built, those created families. So yeah, it seems like yeah, like that's kind of like the energy so far going off of this. You got 7, 7, and 10, but you do have the Two of Diamonds, which is essentially like the Two of Discs. So this can be a thing of where you're feeling like you're balancing work and home life. And when I mean home life can encompass both those things that you do to have fun. It can include family. It can include those things with like your friends, or the things that you do to make yourself happy. So I'm wondering if that's kind of like the overall energy, but let's get into it some more. Plant seeds. What are you trying to rush along here that's not ready to be birthed? Some kind of idea here, something that you're sitting on. You got the Spirit of the North. So the Spirit of the North usually deals with earth, that deals with grounding, that deals with kind of like stability. Was anything else flipped over? No, that was it. Okay. Can we get one more card here for this? Okay, let's see here. What did I say? Something out of balance. You got that in reverse. Let's sit that up there. Hopefully that's not too. Then you also have the ancients, and then you have the inner healer. So to me, with these other ones, it seems like you're being called to look into your bloodline, look into your family, reconnect with them. Maybe check your ancestry. Maybe something that you're looking for, or the answer to something that you're working on, is through your ancestry. And you haven't thought to look there yet, or maybe you look there and you've overlooked it, you haven't seen it, and maybe you need to go back and revisit it. I think it's because I think it's coming back to you to kind of work on, and like maybe it's going to be a blueprint, essentially, is what I'm getting. Like maybe it's going to be the blueprint for what you're working on moving forward, if that makes sense. Let me get some more clarity cards with the Libras. March. Some more clarity cards. Libras. Okay, this flips right on over. So you have crib, birth of a conception, a child, or enterprise. You're cooking with gas. You're cooking with gas. Spiritual love. Again, there goes that spiritual thing, that kind of like reaching back. Libras, it seems like something is coming up for you from past situations. Somebody else had something about an owl. Was that in a fire sign? Good advice from a wise person. Again, this harkens back to the ancient. Libras, are you being called to tap into forces working against you? Look at that. And what was the underlying energy? Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Yeah, that reads about right. Sacred temple. Yeah, this reads like there's some spiritual work, essentially, in the sense of like dealing with your ancestry, your lineage, of kind of like healing some things that you need to, because again, maybe it's going to help. If it doesn't help you with whatever that you're cooking up in the back of your mind somewhere, or whatever project that you're working on, um, some initiative that you are trying to implement, I think it's going to at least help others in your family. This kind of reads like you're kind of being charged with taking up the crests or the baton and dealing with like some family like curses kind of thing. You also did get sextile opportunity in reverse. So it seems to me again, this is kind of coming up with the axe thing of kind of like when it says forces working against you. Um, what is some missed opportunities, or maybe it's somebody that you have you're strategizing with the enemy essentially. And maybe you need to be more quiet about this. This is something that you and your spiritual team needs to work on, needs to handle. You need to stop telling everybody. The cancer is all up and through here, and I have a problem with that. But again, cancers can also speak to um with the cancer card here. It's kind of giving me like that Empress energy again, or I would say the priestess. Is that the priestess, or it says Empress? Where it's like look beyond the veil. What's really there? What do you see? You are very intuitive. You're highly intelligent. You know when something is not right. Like you don't have to put a word to what's wrong. You might not have quite have your finger on what's wrong, but you feel it. You know it. Like trust that feeling. And look at that. You have the Capricorn, which is also what in tarot? The devil. All of your stuff for like the advice moving forward is in reverse. So these are all things that you're either indulging in too much or you are not doing. Think of it as kind of like missed opportunities. I think of with this one here because it says serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplishment. What is that? I can't read that. It's B, bad, donkery, majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth. You have corporate, reserved, rigid, and disciplined. So, yeah, to me, it's saying like you're not disciplined, you're not keeping in touch with with your ancestry. There's something that you need to be focusing on that you're not focusing on. Maybe that's where the X is coming in with like forces working against you. Maybe it's something like, you know, to me it kind of reads like, okay, you're approaching the deadline to turn in that paper for your um PhD, but for whatever reason, you keep having your friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, calling you about, come on, hang out. I have a paper to write. Okay, don't worry about that. You can still get that little paper done. It's not a little paper. I'm writing a whole dissertation, which is basically a book. I need the time to research and study this stuff. And you are not allowing me to do it because I keep getting distracted, thinking I need to hang out with you. And now here I am, because I'm weak in the knees. Here I am hanging out with you when I probably should have been doing some research on something. And probably some of that research I could have started with in my own freaking family, in my own backyard. I could have got some what do they call it? Anecdotes and anecdotes. Child, look. Anyways, I could have got some examples of like, from my own family that I could have been using for this dang dissertation. But no, here I am out on a freaking Wednesday night of all things, drinking and partying with you until 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and knowing I gotta get to class at 9. Like you are not disciplined. So yeah, this is kind of like what is if like the situation kind of feels like to me. There's some work that needs to be done that you're not doing. You're being called to act. I think some of it is definitely going to help benefit your family, whether it's your chosen family or your actual blood family. Maybe there's some work there that you need to do, some kind of like insight, some care, attention that you need to be doing that you haven't been. You need to kind of like help grow and nurture that before you can kind of like, and also in turn to help grow and nurture yourself as well. And I think once you get that done, I think some other things are going to get the cooking for you. Some other doors are going to open. But I think right now the home front is kind of like your challenge right now. You can't play middleman your whole life. You can't sit on the fence the whole time. Eventually, you're gonna have to get down from there. You're gonna have to jump in a ball game, and you're gonna have to throw some. You either gonna have to pitch some balls, or you're gonna have to swing some balls, and you're gonna have to run. Like, it's a team effort here. You can't just sit up there on the fence rooting for people and trying to play both sides. So yeah, that's what it feels like to me, Libra. It's like you being called on to do some work. You're being called to pick a side, to choose a side. You're being called on to actually deal and work with some things. Maybe it's some tough pills to swallow when it deals with your family and things like that. So yeah, there, I think again in the end it's going to help benefit you, because I think it's going to help you um maybe either realize some things about yourself, or maybe it's going to help you with whatever this work or enterprise that you're getting ready to create, that's going to help benefit both you and your family moving down the line in the future. So yeah, tap into that creativity, that calmness, that energy for the month of March, and kind of like start planting those seeds, start working on some things, and buckle down. Um, if you are a college graduate, I mean, March is dang near. March is what, y'all, midterms. March is midterm, so it's pretty much going to help dictate and determine what you're going to be moving forward. Because yeah, and next thing you know, you're gonna turn around, you're gonna look up, and here's April, May, and you doing finals. So buckle down, finish your dissertation, help graduate. Congratulations, in advance. You can do it. Like, if nobody has told you, you can do it. It's possible. And with that, I'm gonna move on to finally, the Aquarius. So you can either follow me on over if you feel like you resonate with the Aquarius pile. If you resonate with the Aquarius, you can follow me on over to the Aquarius. If not, I thank you for coming here. I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Hello, Aquariuses. Welcome. Come on in, make room, because I always got room for all of y'all, like my Aquarius, my Aquarians, the water bearers. So you are my final pile for the night. So let's hopefully end this on a good note. I know you have the Nine of Diamonds, Nine of Discs in reverse for you all, but hopefully this is just saying like, hey, get your shit together. You be kind of falling off. So yeah, we're gonna give you all a good old razzle dazzle, good old shuffle, and we are going to get started on what is the overall energies facing my Aquarians for the month of March. And there we go. We have the Three of Cups in the upright. Okay, you're kind of going on the roll with the Leos. You just gonna do what you want to do, huh? The big bold word that popped up in my head was like renege. So I don't know if anybody have ever, I don't even know if renege is like a real word. I need to look that up. But like if you've ever played spades with in the black community, and you put, everybody is playing, say, diamonds for instance, and you pull out a spade, and then later we see you up there pulling out a diamonds, and it's like, you renege. Why are you playing out of suits? You play that space as if you didn't have a diamond, and now here you are playing a diamond. Run me all them books. This is kind of like what I think. I feel renege. That's what popped up in my head. Renege. Um, let's see here. said, give me a clarifying card on the Knight of Coins. Sure, I'll give you the Page of Wands. Oh, how the deck can be funny. Yeah, I need some clarifying cards here. Let me get some clarifying cards to the situation here in the middle of my Aquarius energy for the month of March. Can I get some clarifying cards here? Hidden secrets can harm you. Take care. Enemies are working against you. God dang, Aquarius. And then all of this popped out. Hold on. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to move these over. I need some cards to clarify the energy with the Aquarians will be facing. Get some clarifying cards on the energy with Aquarians will be facing. Okay, you want to come out. Ugh. Didn't somebody else have the lobster? Lobster, financial pinch. So then you have the egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. Sorry, I moved these over. And then you also have club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. What? Aquarius, what are y'all going through? What is all this manipulative energy? Am I reading for Young Miami? Let me shut up. I will note, and I didn't notice it. You do have the Five of Coins in reverse. I'm just gonna put that up here, just to note. The underlying energy is the Four of Wands. No, seriously, am I reading for Young Miami? Because because what in the Aquarius? What are y'all dealing with? Here you go with this owl sight again. Didn't oh no, that's not y'all. I'm sorry. That was Libra's sight of the owl. Look deeper. What are you not seeing? What are you refusing to see? What's in the dark that needs to come to the light? This thunderstorm has been all up and over everything during this reading. I feel like I've seen this in every in practically every video. I don't air, earth, water, and fire. I feel like it's come up for in every reading. Okay, I'm looking for one more card before I kind of give you the run through. Even though I think you pretty much can tell if you have been following. Nothing else is wanting to come out. Here we go. All right, I'm out. Oh God. Okay. I mean, Aquarius is pretty plain and simple to see. Someone you think, or at least it's someone you know. They don't have to be close, but at least someone you know. Um, they're close to you. They're in your vicinity just to cause harm. They're there to upset some stuff, do some disharmony and things like that. And because you have refused to kind of like have those barriers in place, you're giving them access and information to any and everything that they need to cause harm, to make things bad for you, to upset some stuff, to shift things. And I think you need to close ranks essentially is kind of like the feeling I get. I think there's something that needs to end. There's something that needs to stop that you have not stopped, that you have not ended, that you have not called attention to. Um, and it's to your own detriment, and you need to look beyond that. I think you kind of have an inkling, but you haven't dug any further or investigated because maybe you were afraid of what the answer was going to be. Somebody needs to pull. You feel like a lobster without a shell. You feel very vulnerable. I think things will turn out okay if you do the work, if you look deeper. Look, you the first ones that got the Mars and the upright. It's time to go to war, baby. It's time to put them gloves on. It's time to get some things done. Can I get some more advice or guidance for the Aquarius for the month of March? Some more guidance, some more advice. You wasting your time on something that don't need it right now. Get some more guidance, some more advice. Eighth house, intimacy, investments, intensity, contracts, sex, erotic capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, kundalini energy, stalking, the underworld. Do y'all have a stalker, Aquarius? You've been putting too much of your business out there. That's probably what need to stop. You need to stop all that posting. And then you also have three. I said three. You also have the third house, which deals with seeking, perception. It says speech, thoughts, social media. You got a social media stalker. And you giving them a front row seat. Oh God. Maybe they know some people in your vicinity that, oh God. I'm sorry. The energy I'm picking up on is disgusting. But I need a minute. Okay, anyways. So obviously you're not aware of it. It's hard to be calm about it. Um I or maybe you are aware of it because maybe this stalker or whatever, this social media stalker has contacted you or tried to reach out to you, but maybe you don't know who it is. I think it's somebody. I'll say this. I won't say it's somebody you probably know intimately, but I feel like it's somebody you at least could put a face to. Like if you spent enough time around this person, you could probably point out who it is, or at least how they infiltrated, or at least you have a friend that know this person, kind of thing. It's like that what they say. It's like three shades of separation or two shades of separation between people. Um, it kind of reads like maybe that's the thing. I think this person is close enough to watch everything you do, everything you say, what you're posting, how you moving, how you maneuvering. Um, and unfortunately, the way social media works, you are supplying them with all the information that they need. That's what I was getting earlier. Remember, I was talking about like you're supplying this person with information. I didn't feel like this person was really close to you, but they're close enough. Obviously, you're dealing with a social media stalker, it seems like. Oh my God. The eyeball on Chiron. It says healing powers, growth, amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, pain. Um, oh God, this is disgusting. And then underneath that is Mercury, communication. This is literally like the planet I think of when we deal with social media. That's what you got underneath the Pluto. Watchful eyes. You got the owl. Somebody who's been hiding in the shadows. Mm. I don't know. I feel like emotional, like overpowered. Like I said, I'm picking up on this energy and I don't like it. I'm about to stop the reading here because I don't like this feeling. Um, I'm trying to power through it. Give me a sec. I need to dispel some stuff. Sorry. I just ugh. Okay. Um, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and I have to close it out here. I can't. I'm not gonna be able to finish reading it. I'm trying to make sure my voice is still clear. But yeah, I don't know what protections or things like that you can do to put in place when it comes to stuff like this because social media is such a it can be such a violating world for sure, especially when you're a woman. I feel like you may be a woman who's probably has something like you have a OnlyFans page or something like that, or whatever you're doing. Maybe you're posting like sexy booty pics or whatever, and this person, this stalker, feels like they have some kind of entitlement or claim to you that they don't need to. You literally have the erotic capital card here. So I don't know. Something is saying like you need to fight back. You need to kind of like put up some boundaries, some closure here. And yeah, that's all I can really say right now because I'm ready to close this out. This is disgusting. Not you, but like this feeling that I'm getting from this reading. So yeah, I had to cut it out here. Sorry, this ended horribly. Um, I will see you all on the next video. Again, Aquarius, I don't know what advice I can give you on this right now because I'm just a jumbled mess. But yeah, I'm gonna close it out. I gotta close this out. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.